and about learning and really looking at some professional development opportunities. So we've developed some workshops for you this morning that will identify programs that are out there to help finance your business. If you're an entrepreneur and starting a new business, we've got some information to share with you to get you off on the right foot. And hopefully you'll take away some valuable information that will really help you grow your business and create jobs here in the city.
Your participation in this event shows your interest and willingness to learn what it takes to be successful in business. And it is profitable and growing small businesses that must play a key role in the rebirth of Detroit and Michigan as we rebuild our economy through entrepreneurs like you. For more information on all of our programs and services, please visit our website at sba.gov.
This conference is a very important opportunity for all of you here today to build relationships, nurture new growth in the city of Detroit for Black businesses, for small businesses, and for the city of Detroit as a whole. And I'd just like to take the opportunity to let you know if there's anything that Gamma Lambda can do about the Phi Alpha. We're here to help, we're here to serve, and we're here to do what needs to be done to make the city a better place.
Just a few quick remarks. I'm here this morning to encourage and recognize those of you who are out in the audience who are either already entrepreneurs or are emerging entrepreneurs. I believe that in order for this city to come back, it's going to really be generated by people like you in the small business arena. So there are new industries that are starting to emerge, and as independent entrepreneurs and business people, you've got your thumbprint on that better than anybody else, I believe. So the ideas that you have, the things that you want to do to build your business, to expand your business, you got to start thinking way ahead of anybody else. As you look at the importance of the lending institution, you also need to understand what your strengths are. You know, none of us can do everything, and that's a problem that we have in the small business arena. We think that we've got to do everything because we don't have usually the equity that's necessary to be able to go out and hire the people with the expertise that's needed. But you got to start somewhere. And so you need to be honest with yourself and say, my strength and the skills that I have are over here. My weaknesses are over here. I need to make sure that I show up those weaknesses by bringing different people to the table. But we can't do it by ourselves. So I want to impress upon you that this administration understands how important business is. Government has its role, but I think the success and growth in this city is going to be totally dependent upon the business community, and that's where you become so important. So there are all kinds of barriers that we have in government, in city government, that doesn't allow you to get to the right people, the decision makers, and make sure you have a fair opportunity to do business with the city. And we want to break those barriers down. So we're doing some things a little different because I think I bring a different business perspective to this job that I have today that hasn't been there historically. So we're going to make sure that we don't waste your time. Time is money. And I also want to make sure that this whole, we're tired of hearing it, but it was there, so let's be the truth about it. The whole pay to play, that's over. You know, that's over. I said in my State of the City speech that the way we're going to do business has nothing to do with relationships in the city of Detroit. The best bid wins, period. That's what I said, that's what I meant. And for those of you who want to do business with the city of Detroit, if you've got the best bid, and it's not always low price, it's value, it's the total value stream. Just because somebody gives you a low price doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be the kind of vendor that you need them to be. So, as we look at proposals, as we look at bid packages, I've been very fortunate to bring in an outside professional, procurement professional that had 31 years in General Motors. who I befriended. He befriended me. I have a lot of respect for this person. And he's changing the way we do business from a procurement standpoint in the city of Detroit so that everybody will have access, you have an opportunity, and we're going to be very fair in terms of how we respond to you as small business people. The city of Detroit is blessed, I think. When you talk about businesses, you talk about black businesses specifically, we have a lot of people that are entrepreneurs that, for whatever reason, have not had the opportunity. A big issue always with us is going to be, most of us, if not all of us, we don't come from a background where people got a lot of money. So we got great ideas, we got a great work ethic, but we don't have the equity to bring to the table. So that's why it is so important to make sure that you have a well thought out, defined plan so that when you sit in front of somebody and you want to borrow money, you can tell the story. You can take them line item by line item in your presentation in terms of how you're going to get to where you need to get.
But in the last 5 years, our viewership levels, not just in Detroit but across the country, is down 30%. So you're watching Channel 7 News at 11 o'clock at night, compared to 5 years ago, it's down 30%. Same thing, 2, 4, and 7, but not just here, it's across the entire country. It allows you to create an identity and communicate their interest for this brand, for this set of products. So what that's saying is, the person who's communicating back to the organization may say, I have an interest in your product, or I don't. I'm going to jump ahead 10 slides and say, never use social media to force anybody to buy your product. Never do that.
In the industry that I work in, I looked at Facebook like, oh, that's just what the young college kids are doing. They're on this Facebook thing. I was on MySpace, and I was pretty big on MySpace, and I was like, I'll never get on Facebook. About 4 months later, I'm on Facebook real quick because, technology changes, and what's being used right now, what's hot right now, there's trends.
Let's honor our past as we look to the future. As a region, we should be incredibly proud that it was our talent and our vision that put the world on wheels and fundamentally changed the world for the good. Serious challenges call for serious people to make serious decisions. The problems in this region are real. Our economy is struggling, and the industry that we are best known for is still grappling with this significant global crisis. Our region needs to be more than the sum of its parts. We cannot afford to not have every demographic and economic sector fully participating and pursuing the American dream. America was built on the backs of small businesses. Small businesses are the fabric of our nation. We need you to exercise your leadership in your community to help get our region back on track.
And we've been partnered with Chase Bank and the Small Business Association for the past 9 years. And we do this for the purpose of developing relationships in the city of Detroit and nurturing opportunities for business, for minorities, for the city, and for the United States as a whole.
We're making sure that we're advocating for Detroit headquartered businesses to make sure that they know when contracts are coming out, to make sure that people know that they're qualified and able to do the job, and then we're certifying them to make sure that they are Detroit headquartered businesses and that they're employing Detroit residents. Okay.
Well, a website is very much necessary because what the website does is communicate what you do, what you're selling, and your product and the branding that you're trying to get to your market. As a consumer, you've got a lot of different choices in this global market, and so in order for me to be able to effectively make a good decision about whether I'm going to choose to do business with you, I as a consumer would want to be able to know that I can go to a website and get the necessary information to make that decision.